Hi, and welcome to our series on grammar. In this video, we're going to talk about the nominative case and the accusative case. And as a question to get you thinking about this concept, I'm going to ask you, what is the difference between I and me? Okay, so I am me, and me is me. So what's the difference? We're talking about the same person. All right, so hold that question in your mind, and hopefully you can come up with the answer by the time this video comes to an end. All right, so in any sentence, especially in English, we want to start with the core of that sentence, and the core of the sentence is the action that's taking place. And the action that's taking place is the verb. So in this picture, it looks like the action that's taking place is the action of kissing. So we have kiss, which is the verb. Let's put it in the past tense. So we'll say kissed. Now, who kissed? Who is doing the kissing? Or who did the kissing? Well, looks like in this picture, he kissed. Now, who did he kiss? Well, in this picture, it looks like he kissed her. And here we have a very simple but grammatically perfect sentence in English. He kissed her, period, done. Right? And it's made up of the very simple elements of the verb, kissed, and who did the kissing, or who kissed? Who did that action? He did. That's what we call the subject. And who received the kiss? Well, her. And so the her is the object. And in English, the most simple structure at a high level we have is the subject, the verb, and then the object. The subject is the one that does the action. The verb is the action itself. And the object is the one who was the recipient of the action. Okay? So in this sentence, the subject, he, did the action. What was the action he did? He kissed. And who received that kiss? Who received that action? Well, her. So he kissed her. Now, we want to talk about the nominative case and the accusative case. So when a word is functioning as the subject, the doer of the action, it's in the nominative case, okay? So he is in the nominative case, and her, the recipient of the action, the object of the sentence, is in the accusative case, okay? Let's look at what happens if we want to actually flip it so that it's no longer he kissed her, but what happens if we say her kissed he? Well, wait a second, that doesn't look right, and that makes no sense in English. So we can't say her kissed he. If we want to say it correct, we all know that we have to say she kissed him. Now, what's the difference between these two? Why is the first one so wrong and the second one is a perfectly correct sentence in English? So the reason is the case that it's in. So if something's acting as the subject, the doer of the action, it has to be in the nominative case. So in English, the nominative case referring to the woman is she. And the accusative case referring to the man is him. Okay? So she kissed him is correct because she is the nominative case referring to the woman, and him is the accusative case referring to the man. Let's look at that a little bit more. So here we have two perfectly grammatically correct sentences in English. In the first case, we have she kissed him. In the first sentence, she is the doer of the action is kissed, and the one who received the kiss was the man. In the second example, the man did the kissing, and the recipient of the kiss was the woman. Now, let's talk about this in terms of nominative case and accusative case. So in the first sentence, the woman in the nominative case is she. Referring to her as a third person pronoun is she. So the third person subject pronoun she is in the nominative case. In the second sentence, it's the same woman, but it's not she anymore, it's her. And her refers to the same person, but it's in the accusative case, meaning that that woman is now the recipient of the action and not the doer of the action. Okay? Let's look at it in terms of the man. In the first sentence, the man is the recipient of the action. So him is in the accusative case. It means he's the recipient of the action, which is the accusative case. In the second sentence, he's the doer of the action. The man is the doer of the action, and it's he, which is in the nominative case. Okay? So, I leave you with the question, what's the difference between I and me? Okay? Remember, we're referring to the same person with I and me, but there's a difference, an important difference grammatically. And if you need to, review this video a couple times because I was speaking quickly, but these concepts are very, very important, especially if you're learning to speak languages like Russian, Greek, Latin. You need to understand this concept very well. Thank you.